Hey guys, welcome back to another Solid Sanctuary video, and today I'm going to go through the top 7 common enemies with the most HP. I thought this would be a fun video to do, just give you guys an insight of the enemies that have the most HP. I'll give you some tips on what to do against these guys or how to fight them, and obviously some of these enemies are going to be repeats in terms of the same HP, but I can't really D-rank some of them because, you know, they're all different. Alright, let's start. Okay, at number 7 we have Mimiku with 250 HP. Surprisingly, this little bastard is actually pretty tanky despite being a little fuck. Now, the one tip I will say, or I will say a few tips, would be to have, well, no, I'm kidding, there's only one. Any kind of slash damage will be good against him, and I would say that's kind of it. As long as you have some range and he doesn't grab you, you should be okay. God damn it. Anyway, he's located in the Doom of the Forgotten, Nal's Floating Castle, the Ruined Temple, the Cigarette of Dust, and Salt Alchemistry. At number 6, we have the Bronze Axe Knight with 300 HP. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually surprised to see this knight to be the most, despite the fact that there's multiple knights here. Anyway, the Bronze Axe Knight, yeah, the only real advice I could say is do at least decent strike damage, since he's pretty resistant to almost all the elements. I would say, well, yeah, that's it though. He's located in only 2 locations, in the Mire Stench and the Doom of the Forgotten. At number 5, we have the Bon Arax with also 300 HP. This fucking crazy looking gaping thing that just finished off sucking off a dragon. Now anyway, this creepy looking bastard is only in one location, the Cigarette of Dust, and the tips I can get from him is pretty simple. Any elemental damage plus slash weapons and you should be fine. At number 4, we have the Salt Fin creature with 500 HP. Yep, the fucking bastard that I fucking deemed as one of the annoying enemies is actually one of the tanky ones. Piece of shit. Anyway, luckily for you guys, he's only in one location, which is the Salt Alchemistry, and the tips I can give you is simple. Stay away from any of his attacks, roll when he tries to roll over you, and any slash weapons plus fire and lightning damage, and you should be fine. At number 3, we have the Dread Horsemen, also with 500 HP. Yep, this this freaking horseman looking guy is pretty intimidating. Luckily for you guys, he's only in one location, which is the Fort Beyond the Mire. Now there is a different one where he's actually at the mounted version. He's only at the bridge and the Salt Alchemistry, so he's only in 2 locations if you fight against the mounted one. But this is the normal one, so there's that. The only tips I can say of fighting him is because he has a lot of resistances. As long as you can do strike damage on him, which will be fine. I would recommend the Warhammer because it does have decent range, and the scalings really are not that bad, and you'll probably dodge more than strike multiple times, so the Warhammer will be your best bet. At number 2, we have the Alchemistry Knight with also 500 HP. Yep, this is the coolest looking knight in the entire game, and also probably the beefiest one besides number 1. He's also in only one location, which is the Assault Alchemistry. I mean, his name speaks for itself. This knight also has a lot of resistances and hits really hard, so I'm really going to just say, just like I said before, with strike damage, use the Warhammer or anything that has range, because that's going to be your best bet. And at number 1, we have the Crypt Keeper with 600 HP. Yep, this big knight, aka this big beefcake, is the tankiest out of all the common enemies with 600. And he's in multiple locations. He's in Mal's Floating Castle, Hanger's Cavern, can't speak today, Salt Alchemistry, and Crypt of Dead Gods. In terms of fighting him, he actually can't take any of the elements because his resistance sucks, but he also loses out to strike, so combine those two and you will kick ass pretty easily. I will say though, he does hit hard like a massive truck, but the amount of salt you get out of him is kind of worth grinding for, so if you want to grind late game, I suggest going after this guy. And that's the video, guys. All the information was taken from the Wiki. More Solid Sanctuary content coming from me soon. Till then, though, thanks for watching, guys. Stay fearless.